Hey everyone, David C. Anderson here coming at you from the KnifeCenter.
David.
We got to spin around.
Over here, buddy. Over here.
Keep going.
There you go.
And there we go. Hey everybody, Seth V here with, of course, David C. Anderson.
C.
I'm David No C. Anderson today.
David No C. Anderson here is going to put his knife knowledge to the test. So as something of our resident knife expert, David's knowledge of knives goes deep, but today we're gonna test him.
We're gonna find out if it actually does.
Yeah, I have pulled a number of knives in this mystery bag, and I'm gonna hand them to him blindfolded. He's just gonna do his best to identify them.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you guys are mean.
You have to guess the knife steel too.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, some of these you'd probably get.
Okay, well, all right. Okay, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
We're flying blind, so.
Well, one of us is.
One of us. Let's see how it goes. The first knife I'm going to hand you.
Hold it up for the audience,
Okay.
I'm sure.
Okay.
I love how I'm directing what Thomas is going to put a graphic here or there, and I can't see anything that's going on right now.
No, you can't.
Today's knife is a...
This is the knife, and this is the knife. There you are.
Okay.
Talk us through your...
All right, we got a flipper tab. You can feel right away. Tapering towards the back. Got some holes in the blade. Is this... Oh, okay. I think this is going to be... I got this. This is a We knife Arrakis.
Ding, 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 ding.
Hey. I'm going to lift my thing up.
Go for it.
Hey. Very appropriate given the latest release of the movie Dune.
I had to do it.
Excellent, by the way. Yeah, That was pretty easy, actually.
I led with an easy one. I figured the shape, the holes, there's so much about that knife that is totally unique.
I'll try to talk through it a little bit more instead of just being like, ooh, I got it. But yeah, very cool. Yeah. Titanium frame lock, M390 steel.
Yes.
I guess because when they write him on here, it's super tiny. Yeah, there it is.
It is M390. It's $330.
All right.
Made by We Knives, designed by Elijah Isham.
All right.
Okay, so that was just the warm-up round.
That was pretty good. I'm feeling confident. Well, maybe I shouldn't be. You're a devious sort over there. So, all right. Well, maybe you should close that and move it out of my
That is a good call.
blood circle here.
Yeah.
We're figuring this out as we go. It's fine.
Nice action. As you'd expect from a We.
Indeed.
Okay. Next up, so this is going to be easy to guess right away, the brand and the type of knife, but I'm going to challenge you further to see if you can figure out what particular variant this is.
Okay.
And let me show it to the folks at home.
Oh
here.
yeah, yes indeed. You can have it like above my hand. Ooh, very nice.
All right.
Well, it's a Swiss Army knife, clearly. Oh gosh, and figure out what variant it is.
Yeah.
This is going to be tricky. It's a Celador model. Obviously, I can feel the smooth plastic under here. I'm not even going to venture a guess as to color because why bother with that? We got a corkscrew. Very clearly. Let me see if I can figure out how many layers we got. One.
That's the clue here for sure.
Two. 1, 2. What's going on there? Is it 3 or is it 4? There's like an extra bit of a gap right here, I feel like. Try the other end. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got 4 layers.
There's a couple tools in particular on this model that are pretty rare to see together.
Oh gosh, okay. Let's see if I can locate the blade. There we go. There's the blade. And so opposite that, we've got another blade. Let's see, do we have a saw over here? No saw, so it's not something like a huntsman. Blade. We've got, ooh, what's that? Ooh, what is that? Is that a 3D Phillips?
Yes.
Oh.
Definitely.
Okay.
That narrows it down.
And you know what? I can tell you already that I'm not going to know the actual name to this. Oh, we got the magnifying glass. Okay.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Another not so common implement.
And then cap lifter and can opener, I'm
Yep.
sure.
Oh, you never see those.
I can tell you right now, I do not know the name of this model, but I do know the implements on it at the very least.
Okay. That is the Explorer.
Yep. Definitely would not have gotten that. Oh, it's black. I was going to guess red.
The black one was the first one I saw. So.
Very cool. Very cool. And I didn't cut myself opening.
Whew, I was sweating for you a little bit, but your expertise runs deep.
Oh, well, I've opened a Swiss Army knife or two in my day.
Yeah.
Okay. I can get partial credit for that.
I mean, you knew it was a Swiss Army knife.
1.25 out of 2.
Maybe we'll let the audience.
Give me a quarter.
We'll let the audience decide.
Sound off in the comments below.
Okay, next up. I don't really have an order for these, so I'll show the camera here. We've got an knife
And a knife.
on display. And here it is, sir.
All right, I'm feeling what feels like G10 on the outside. We've got a deep carry clip, a smallish feeling deep carry clip. We've got a flipper tab, no thumb studs. Oh, there's something funny going on right here. Okay. Let's flip it. Yep. Okay. I don't know the name of it, but this is one of the CRKT. I might get the name. No, I'm not going to get the name. CRKT. It's a Vox design with the Gen 2 field strip.
That is right. The name is the Cottidae.
All I could think of was the two-toe, the other Puko-esque Vox from CRKT this year. Yeah, fairly small deep carry clip there, but that was the giveaway right here. I was searching actually for a pivot hardware right there to see if that gave me any clues, but that of course is further back.
Yeah, I thought that might be a funky one with no pivot visible really on one side and the field strip to throw you off. But
I think it narrowed it down for me because there's not too many knives with this, and then I had the size in mind, and then as soon as I had that, I had to feel for this area right here at the Ricasso. It's not really a finger choil here, but then I had it.
That's
Then
a
I
pretty
knew it.
unique feature of that knife.
Indeed.
Should have given him a Gen 1 field strip.
Yeah. Well, here's a challenge. Do you think you can take the knife apart and put it back together? Blindfolded?
You said blindfold. I was going to do it here without the blindfold on. All right, let's attempt to do that.
Carefully.
Yes, indeed. All right, it is apart.
Okay.
All right, index my parts again. Let's grab that blade. There we go. I hope my wife isn't watching this. All right, we're in.
I'm sure she's very proud.
I'm sure she's asleep by now.
I just have to remember which way the switch goes. Hey!
Oh, okay. All right. Round of applause.
If that doesn't show you how easy the Gen 2 field strip is to use,
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
That's
Well
true.
done. Thank you for the challenge.
Yeah, I put you on the spot, but yeah.
I'm game. All right.
We rose
All right.
to it. All right, let's keep it rolling.
I have a feeling this is where it's going to start to get a little mean.
I'm not sure, but
Maybe.
maybe. Here's the knife,
All right.
and here's the knife. Hey everybody, Safety Seth here, and I know what you're thinking, so before you get too worried about David's fingers, let me put you at ease. The way that these double action out the fronts work, it's pretty much impossible for the blade to come out inadvertently. In fact, there's actually no spring tension at all on the blade when it's closed. So when you push the switch, it gradually loads up the spring until it hits the point of release, and it takes a surprising amount of force to make that happen. What's more, the force actually increases exponentially as you get towards the end of the travel. So as you're pushing, it's getting harder and harder to push as you go. And of course, I was there the whole time with my watchful eyes to make sure David was A-okay.
Ooh, heavy boy.
Yeah.
Big heavy boy. Ooh, okay. All right. Big clip going on here. And it feels we've got a milled titanium clip. Milled clip, so likely titanium. And I've got a ball here at the end. Man, this is super smooth. This guy right here. Aha! It is an OTF.
Yep.
Okay. We're on to something here. Is this... Hang on. Is this a Manticore?
Ooh, it is!
Hey!
Wow.
All right. Yeah, it was, I had to feel the end here. It's interesting. I was actually just about to pick this very one for a new knives video later this week.
Double feature.
Very cool. There was, when you had the milled clip, there's very few, that narrows it down quite a bit. Microtech has a new model with that, the Hera, which the Heretic knives, Manticore, but that I believe has a flat tail.
I think you're right.
So I knew we had that. I knew we had an OTF, so I was feeling the end there. It did have the ball though. That almost threw me off. A lot of Microtechs have that.
Yeah, I thought that would be a tricky distinction to make, especially blindfolded. I mean, yeah, these OTF knives in silhouette, a lot of them are the same.
Yeah. If I had spent a little more time, if this hadn't already clued me in, the texture of the switch might have been what I keyed on, because we've got G10 here as opposed to metallics on most of the others. And being an OTF and the possibility of it being a double edge, there was no way I was going to reach out towards the blade on that particular one. Very cool.
Sweet.
I could have guessed the serial number, but it was pretty low. That's 18. That's
nice. That's an expensive knife.
That is a very expensive knife.
$18.95.
To trust a gentleman with a blindfold to hold it. Okay.
All right. Okay. This next one is going to be fun, I think. This is the knife. On the camera here. Interesting design, perhaps. There you are.
All right, I can tell we've got some contouring already. We've got a little bit of a fob here at the end. Feeling a little bit of texture right here. Not sure what that is yet. It's on both sides. Smooth other than that. Make sure there's no button here.
No button.
No flipper tab, no thumb studs. It is a liner lock. Okay, all right. Man, what liner lock do I know of that has no flipper tab or thumb opening? Feels really good right here, whatever it is. That initial open, that has a nice tactile feel to it. All right, let's hold it open here. Fairly little guy. Man, a little bit of thumb ramp there.
This has a pretty unique blade shape. If you feel along the spine carefully, you may give you another clue.
We're crowned, which is nice. Oh, this is a Mazarin, and I don't know the name of it.
Final answer? A no-name Mazarin?
Well, it has a name, but I couldn't tell. I'm going to go with Mazarin.
Okay. You can take your blindfold off. You were close. It's a Viper. Same city in Italy. I mean...
Oh, wow. There's that texture I was feeling on the bolster there.
That's the Novis.
The Novis. That backspacer is really cool.
Yeah, I thought there'd be a lot of cool textures on this one to tickle your fingertips.
I'm going to try, there's a Mazarin I'm thinking of that has a rather abrupt kind of blade drop like this here out near the front. I'm going to try and find it. And if we can, we'll have a picture of it here and a name pop up. And if I can't, it'll be something ridiculous instead. All right, that's pretty cool. M390 steel. It's got one of those like weird, like cross between gentlemanly and like with a blade like that kind of heavy work vibes to it.
It's technically also got a front flipper.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's real teensy.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
No way. I can't even do that with the blindfold off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, two-hand opener
Two-hand
still.
front flipping.
Gosh. All right. I'm going to set that down.
Okay.
At least I got Italy right. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, you nailed down the country of origin, which is cool. That crown spine gives it away every time.
It's a very Italian trait, which you got to love.
All right. Next knife. Here you are.
Okay. Well, it feels like jigged bone handles. Got a pretty deep, I don't know what the word for it is, but a tail there. Ooh, it's stiff. No half stop. What kind of blade is that?
Hard to tell without seeing the edge.
I know. All right, let me carefully. Got some belly. Well, based on the condition of the edge, which is not super refined, and can kind of narrow it down because of the number of slip joint makers we carry here at the Knife Center, but I'm almost positive it's a case. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. You know, but that edge the way it is, I'm gonna say that's a case. Man, but it's got a fairly smooth spine. There's not. I can't tell if there's just a hint of a clip point here out towards the edge or not. Man, I'm not sure. It's a case knife with jig bone handles, though. That's what I'm gonna go with.
You are right.
Hey,
it's a sod buster.
It is a sod buster. Okay, this was also going to be in our new knives video this week. You're just loading up with new stuff. This is a cool knife.
Yeah.
With the carbon steel too. And there's just a hint of clip out there. I can.
Yep.
All right.
Just a teensy little bit. Those gray jig bone handles are awesome.
That is really. It almost has like a bluish hint to it, almost like denim in a way.
Yeah, I pulled this knife because I wanted to see it for myself.
You wanted to see it for yourself.
Honestly.
Yeah, I dig that. Yeah, I mean, jig bone immediately. I'm narrowing into the slip joint makers that we carry, and you know, Case does a good job. Their edges aren't super refined though. They've been getting better of late, I will say. Just what I've seen. So that was the other clue, and I didn't cut myself on this guy either.
Yeah.
There we go.
So far we are 6 knives, no cuts.
And let's see. I'm gonna tally the scores here. So I got 1. I'm gonna get partial credit. We'll give me a half for that one.
Okay.
I didn't know the name, but I knew what it was. So that's 2.5, 3.5, nothing.
David's grading himself on a curve, everybody.
I'm at minimum. At minimum, I'm 4 out of 6.
Okay.
Like average. So that's.
Discuss in the comments.
Yeah. I'm glad that's what you believe.
Hey man, self-esteem is a virtue.
So is humility.
All right, let's go wild with the next one.
Okay. Here we go.
Here's a big boy.
Well, it's a big boy. Is it a cold steel?
I guess you'll have to guess.
I guess so, huh?
You are?
That is a big boy. Huh, okay. Feeling the texture of the handles, it feels injection molded. Got a sweep right there, like a little cutout or scoop out. Big flipper tab. A lot of blades sticking out. Maybe an interesting shape here at the front. Pocket clip. Almost deep carry. We've got something sticking out the back here. Oh, this is angular. CJRB Tigris.
Ah, yeah.
Hey, big old cleaver. Yes,
Big
sir.
old cleaver. Nice.
So that's not injection molded though, is it? That's G10.
Yeah, it is G10.
I guess it's the texture on top maybe threw me off a little bit.
Maybe the complexity of the shape too.
Could have been. Could have been.
Can be hard to get.
Yeah, and in my head, this felt like it was kind of concave, scooped out as I was feeling this section, rather than having like the 2 extra layers going on. I'm feeling pretty good about this.
Nice.
This is not bad.
That one impressed me.
bad.
I thought for sure you'd get lost in the morass of like cleaver flippers we have these days.
There are a lot of them for sure. Man, I didn't even pick up on this curve yet either on the pocket clip.
Yeah, that's a pretty unique little feature of that knife.
Sweet. All right, all right. Okay.
All right.
All right. Feeling good.
Just
feeling
a couple
good.
more. Just a couple more
Feeling
left.
good.
Got another one here.
All right. No pocket clip.
Nope.
No back lock or something like that. Single blade. Feels like we got a bolster material and then something else further back. Almost feels like saw cut, either that real or imitation saw cut as I'm doing this. Okay. All right. Do we have a liner lock here? Tell me if I'm doing something unsafe. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
This is, again, the name escapes me, but it is a cold steel modeled after, the folding hunter archetype, the Buck 110 style of thing. It's a fairly inexpensive knife. You do have the lockback the liner lock rather than a lockback. I want to say it has 4116 stainless steel.
Oh, going for the steel. Okay.
Because I don't remember the name, but I'm remembering the details about it.
The name may come to you. You're on the right
It's
track.
not. It's. I know what it is. Dang it. The name's not the Ranch Boss, is it?
It is.
Hey! All right.
It's the Ranch Boss 2.
Ranch Boss 2. Okay. I'll take. Yeah,
credit.
the saw cut there. The feeling of that definitely gave me a clue to that. SK5.
Yes.
Carbon steel.
Carbon steel.
Even-
$49.99.
Even cooler. But you guys saw there, I went right for the liner lock on this, which I remembered was in kind of a weird position here up near the front. I shouldn't say weird, but just rather distinctive, a little unusual for a lot of things. And I went right for it.
Nice. The combination of liner lock with the back spring too, not a lot of knives have that.
And that made it tricky to close blindfolded because you have to overcome the pressure of that back spring. And man, my finger's right there.
Yeah. Without your eyes helping out, you could feel like
Indeed.
maybe you're doing something wrong. But
Indeed. Cool knife though.
Do not attempt.
Do not try this at home. Please do not try this at home. All right. I'm feeling good about that one. I'm pleased with that. Even though I got the steel wrong, that's okay.
I wonder if the cold steel Ranch Boss 1 had
I
1.4,
I couldn't even say. I don't remember.
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Expert.
I got to the name that mattered. I got to the countable name. Anyway.
All right, this next pick actually comes from Thomas.
Ooh, this is going to be the mean one, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. All right, we've got metal on the outside, flipper tab, very deep carry pocket coming in off the tail. I like that. We've got a fuller on the blade. Smaller guy though. Let's see if I can feel any details. Thomas, you're mean.
Yes.
Ooh, tiny flipper tab. Frame lock. Unassisted. Oh, man.
Is the sound a clue for you?
Is it?
I don't know.
Is it a clue for me, Seth?
You had a head tilt that happened as soon as you heard the sound of
I'm
that.
sure I open this without hitting my head with it. Gosh. All right. I'm going to talk through the other things I can feel. I can already tell you I'm probably not going to get this, though. we've got a bit of a divot right here, like a scoop out towards the back.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to feel for hardware there. No like holes in the front. My inclination would almost be, not Kershaw. Solid here, holes there for the screws. The people at home are just screaming at their screens right now. Let's see. I haven't felt out the blade yet. What we got here? All right, a little bit of a drop here. Sheep's footed. We got a flat grind.
A lot you can tell about a knife just from feeling it.
Yeah. Some of those things do come down to feel. Kind of a little bit of belly coming out. Pardon me while I do a thing down here.
Do not attempt.
Okay. So pretty rough stop there. Man, I'm not going to get this, but I can tell a lot about it. It's a ball bearing flipper. It's got a frame lock. It's got a very deep carry pocket clip. Probably reversible, but I can't tell for sure. I'm not sure if there are screw holes on this front side. We've got a flat ground blade, uncoated, with a fuller that can be used for thumb opening. Yeah, I don't know though. I don't know. Let's see. I said Kershaw.
You said not Kershaw.
But I said Kershaw. My inclination would almost be, not Kershaw. I'm not going to claim partial credit for that, but man, okay. This threw me off. The clip, the way it came out so aggressively at the back, I thought it was buried in the back here. And that is why I said not Kershaw.
That's right.
Because that's something like SOG is doing on some of their knives, but it didn't feel like a SOG. Now
I figured the copper handles would throw you off a bit.
It all makes sense to me now. This section right there, yeah.
You were describing the Kershaw Natrix at every turn, and
yep, that makes complete sense the way I was doing the rock, that blade, because it has this second stage here where it is mostly straight, and it did come down to kind of a stop on the front end. All right, good pick, good job.
Wish I could say the same.
Wow. Wowzers. Okay. All right. How many more we got?
last one.
Last one. All right.
This one's a bit of a live one, so just be careful.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
It's not unsafe. Just use extra caution.
Okay.
Okay. Let me show the folks at home what we got going on here. I'd be surprised if they were super familiar with this knife too. It's
All right.
kind of an obscure one.
All right.
So here we are.
Okay, I'm being extra careful. Oh my, what is happening? Makes noise.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I don't know where the blade is right now.
Just.
Oh, this goes all the way around. Oh my goodness.
You've closed it again.
Okay, be careful.
It's like watching your little brother play video games.
I know, my palms are sweating.
Aha.
Okay. There we are.
All right. Gosh. I'll tell you right now, I've got no idea.
It's a brain twister of a knife.
It certainly does twist. All right. So, I do believe that I'm holding it in the edge down orientation at the moment.
You are.
So we've got a spine, a fairly thick spine right there.
Mm-hmm.
I always talk about eyeball calipers. Let me see if I have anything resembling fingertip calipers. Man, it feels fairly thick. Is this something like? Let me come out here towards the tip.
Wow, it's even thicker than. I have the stats here.
This is something like. God, that's got to be approaching 3/16 of an inch.
According to our site, it is just under a 1/4 inch.
So it's more than 3/16. Man, flat ground.
Can you tell the blade shape?
It's a Tonto with a recurve, right? Hint of a recurve to that?
Maybe.
I'm not gonna try.
Not exactly. You'll see when you open your eyes.
Yeah, I've got no idea what this is. I still have no idea what this is. Yeah, no recurve. All right. What in the heck?
That is the Jesse James Nomad swing blade.
Ooh.
Yeah. Bit of an obscure one. It's actually on sale now for $224.95.
Yeah, I have never encountered this. I learned something new today. Man, that is a thick blade too.
Yeah.
It is chunky. Interesting. What steel is that?
AEBL.
AEB. That's the steel I do enjoy.
Surprised you didn't guess that part.
You know, I didn't lick any of these knives. Certain carbon steels you can tell with the
That
lick
is
test,
true.
but I'm not.
I can attest to that.
This is all inventory. I wasn't about to do. Of course, if I bled on it, would have had to buy it. Man, okay, that's the stumper. That's a good stumper. I'm a little sore about that Natrix though. I feel like I should have gotten that.
I should have saved an easy one for the end so we could end on a high note, but I guess it just went harder as it got along.
Well, that's a high note for me.
Yeah.
Thomas will love it. And I hope the audience enjoyed it too, because there was no real point to this video. We just thought it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you weren't super mean to me.
No.
Or maybe
no.
you thought you were being, I'm just too good.
I was trying to pick a mixture of like opening styles and handle materials and
That Viper was a good one. As soon as I saw it, I knew it. But yeah, I'm gonna try and find that next.
I thought this one would stump you for sure.
Yeah, no, I got that one. The initial grab on that one with the giant, because you knew it was metal. The big metal patch was like, oh, this is gonna be tough. As soon as I found that switch though, that led me down the logic path that I talked about. So I dig it. It was fun.
Sweet.
Maybe we'll be mean to you at some point in the future.
Yeah, okay.
See how that goes.
I do know a few things about knives. I don't know if I would still know them if I was blindfolded. I don't know.
I guess we won't know until we try.
Yeah.
Not next week, though. We'll come back with something different next week. Well, you introduced the video. Why don't you take us out?
Sure. These are knives.
Really?
We sell knives.
No.
Well, if you'd like to get your hands on any of these knives or anything else we sell, head on over to KnifeCenter.com. You can click the links in the description for any of these. And make sure while you're there to sign up for our Knife Rewards program. So when you spend any of your money on these knives, you can get some free money towards your next one. I'm Seth V.
And I'm David C. Anderson.
From the Knife Center.
Signing off. See you next time.
Bye.